All right, I don't know if any of you have been paying attention to the uh, natural disasters that have been occurring due to the decimation of our environment and our consumption, and what we are doing by releasing devastatingly harmful uh, effects, human generated, into the atmosphere, into our oceans, our lakes, our soils, our basically the entire ecosystem. And so I want to talk about this because uh, there is uh, a phenomenon that's happening, and it occurs naturally, and it's the culmination of all the planets in the solar system gathering on one side of the sun. Now, due to this, and due to the gravity well merging of all these planets, what ends up happening is that a it has a detrimental effect on the plate tectonics of Earth, and this will increase volcanic and other volcanic activity, earthquakes, and so on and so forth. It will cause tsunamis, um, tidal waves, whatever you want to talk about. Um Now, add onto the onto the existential existential threat of climate change and the increase in the temperatures in the oceans and in the lakes and so on and so forth. Now you factor in the methane deposits on all that surround all the continental shelves of uh, of the continents, and this culminates into a very real threat. Now, I can't say for 100% sure, but I am well within the 90 percentile in my assessment that what will end up happening is that with uh, all of this culminating at this time, there is a very good likelihood that the methane deposits surrounding the continental shelves may explode, causing an implosion, which will exacerbate uh, the already happening situation with earthquakes and volcanic activity around the world. And now you also include the fact that with all the fires, all these raging fires all over the world, uh, and you're dumping more carbon and carbon monoxide and all that other stuff, which will intensify the global warming effects because the sun's rays won't be able to dissipate back out into space. So you put all this together, and if the methane goes along with along with volcanic and along with the increase in volcanic activity and everything else, uh, we'll end up uh, we'll end up having a situation where the big calderas, the supervolcanoes around the world, will be triggered from the methane explosions, the methane implosions, and that will increase earthquakes dramatically, and it will also send up debris into the atmosphere, high levels of debris. Now, this will cause a rapid. This is what I've come to understand. This will cause a rapid effect of causing a ice age, uh, and there will be a dramatic shift in cold in the cold, and it will be a cause for mass extinction, most notably organized life for us humans. Um, it won't destroy the planet, and it won't destroy all life, but it will uh, cause a possibility of extinction of all organized life as well as all other life on the planet. Now, if you take into consideration all this, those of human organized human life that this survives this ice age, then we will be dealing with when all the particulates that are in the atmosphere, which will block solar energy from penetrating, uh, it will uh, it will then be a massive heat wave, the likes of which again will endanger human existence, and as well as other life on the planet. Um, so it'll be a double whammy, and that's if humans and other life is able to survive in any significant numbers. So then it's a matter of whether or not we go into a Venus like situation where basically all life will be wiped out, the uh, or the catastrophe that caused the ice age will correct the will correct the will do some correction, and allow life a small margin of um, mercy, and be able to live on. And so that's what from everything I have paid attention to and researched. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a professional uh, or had education beyond high school, but then again, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It just means that I don't have the formal education or the profession. Um, and but I think if you check with people who are actually in the profession, I think they will tell you the my assessment of the situation is not out of the realm of possibilities. So all the climate deniers and all the people who all the humans that just simply do not want to uh, take a more active and verbal and aggressive posture uh, on combating immediately, uh, and that means starting this very second, then this is what we could all look forward to. So, uh, whether you whether you believe me or not, but for those of you who have any sort of understanding of what I have just put in this video, I think, or even if you're just concerned about what I put in this video, I think you better start educating yourself and do the research and really get motivated, because um, if you want to see the continuation of organized human existence, and if you dream of ever uh, having a Star Trek future, uh, or any sort of longevity in the future of organized human life, I think in your own self interest, I think it's you better really buckle down and stop being so concerned with uh, making money, or going to party with your friends, or any other any other inconsequential uh, aspects of uh, because it really isn't life if we're not looking at an economy based on life, on knowledge, and not on money, and all this other, infrastructure, and money, the engineered economics, all that, being even raising children, that can't work unless you're raising children in a wise, enlightened, and situation where we learn and we pass on that knowledge, and we stay in objective realities, and not be concerned with trivialities, because that's what it is. Toiling for something so inconsequential as money. Believing that we need money to be able to eat and stuff like that. We need an economy where the economy is based on knowledge, based on people, based on uh, communal action. Um, let's throw out the money. Let's throw out owning land. The whole concept of owning things is frivolous. All it does is bring conflict. Uh, so we need to be mature. We need to stop uh, saying that just because somebody is in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and so on and so forth, that they are adults. Being an adult is in the mindset. It's in the knowledge based on objective realities, not on actual numbers, physical numbers, because you know, plenty of examples. The Republicans and these and all these other politicians, they're not acting like adults. They're acting like children, spoiled children, and and they have no objective reality. They ignore facts. They ignore everything, and that just this is not. This also includes everybody. Our neighbors. When you can't focus on objective realities, and you can't tell the difference between a falsehood and lies, and so on and so forth, that says that you're a child, and children have no business trying to be leaders. And so that's what we need. That's what we need to do. So hopefully, this will impact you in such a way as to motivate you and understand that it is our organized existence that is in jeopardy, and we can no longer just sit back and say, "Oh, it can't be done," or "We can't." Oh, I have to concentrate on being able to survive, because that's what these children want. Is they want you and us to all focus on this illusion of life, and we can't have that. And because real life is about knowledge. It's about us. Nothing ever is built. Nothing is ever done without the mind and people, and that's the economy. That's what a real economy should be. And if we had that, we wouldn't have all the nastiness that we face. Thank you.